Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. My name is Dr. Milind Shinde. I have completed my MD Pediatrics from AIIMS Bhopal. So this is a part 2 of our rank analysis. So as you have seen the last video, I have analyzed NEET 2021 as per the results, and how were the question distribution and also the rank distributions. So now I'm going to just in this short video, I'm going to tell you that how close you are to your dream rank if you follow certain things. So what is a dream rank or what is a good rank? See, as I say, good rank is not rank 1, rank 500 or rank 5000. Good rank is something that will give you your dream branch. So for someone who wants radio, 500 is good enough because you'll get a radio in a very good college. A person who wants medicine, 2000, 3000, even 4000 is a good rank. For surgery, 7, 8000. So these are good ranks because that will give you your dream branch. So sometimes people think that will I be able to reach to that rank as we have a very like 4 months are there. So in 4 months, what I'm going to do? So guys, we don't have to come rank 1. Fortunately, we don't have to be rank 1 or rank 10 to get our dream branch. Even at 4 5,000 or even at 7,000, we can get our dream branch. Or even at the rank like 10 15,000, if that is your dream branch, you can definitely get that. So guys, here as you can see in my previous videos also, I have done a few analysis because see there are everybody is studying. I mean, lot of everyone who is preparing for NEET PG, that person almost have the same material. So why only few succeed? So there are a few things that we must know what these toppers follow that we can also succeed. So guys, I have done one analysis, and with the help of that analysis, I will like to show you guys how close are you to your branch. So I hope, and with this analysis, I expect that it will help you. So let's start. So you must be, if you have seen my last video, you must be familiar with this approach and this table. So here I have uh, given there are four columns. So rank score. So column which is here, this is I mean what the person must have scored. That is the positive and negative answers that I feel. And here I have written the minimum correct. So these are not minimum correct all. These are the minimum correct, and these are the combination. That is the combination I feel that the person has got right and wrong answers. Okay. So let's start with the rank 1. So here I will be just sharing with you few facts to understand. So look at rank 1. Like rank 1 scored was 714. So he got around. So I just assume. It's not like I have got to know from him that how many attempted. I just assume that he must have attempted around 196 because most of mentors and teachers they advise to attempt maximum because exam pattern is in your favor, the marking is in your favor, that is +4 for right answer and -1 for incorrect answer. So exam marking is in your favor. So if this person has attended 196 marks, he got 182 correct and 14 incorrect. So that is why his net score is 714, which gave him rank 1. Now the person whose rank is 700, whose rank is 234, score 660. So he got 171 correct and 24 wrong. So I believe he attempted around 195. So if you can see, there is a difference of allowed around 11 marks. Like 11 marks, he got 11 questions he got more wrong as compared to the person who is at rank 1. Now you can see between these two. So they almost attempted the same question number of questions. Just two questions were more attempted by the rank by the person who is at rank 528. But he got 168 correct. And if you can see the difference, only five. Uh, we have to adjust this also. But I'm just telling to better understanding. He just there was a difference of only 5 silly mistakes. So let's say 7. So because of that, his rank doubled from 234, he became 528. Now see, rank 528 and rank 1030 both attended same number of questions. Difference of silly mistakes, how many? 3. And you can see the change. You can see how much rank affected. It became doubled. The rank doubled from 500, he went to 1030. So at 500, he was getting, let's say, medicine in Delhi colleges, but now at 1030, he has to settle down somewhere else. Reason, 3 questions. Now, if you, as you go further down at 3700, 3788 rank, 588 score. So he attempted 192. So he attended 5 less. Let's assume. So the difference of silly mistakes is again 4. So we have to adjust this question, but not many. I'm not saying there is a difference of like 30, 40 marks. Difference of only 4 to 7 marks. Silly mistakes. If you go further down, you will realize the same fact. So I'm leaving this chart with you. So you can see that the as you further go down, the number of attempts remains same, but the number of mistakes increases. Okay. And there is not much difference. Even at 5 to 8,000, there is difference of only 4 marks between. You can see this person who is at 1300 and the person who is at 5,000. So 13,000 and 500. So this person at 5,000 will get a very good branch, and 13,000 he will not get that good branch or a good college. Both of them attempted same number of questions, 197, 197, and 10 silly mistakes, 10 mistakes, 10 mistakes. You can see change the rank by 8,000. And I can tell you, when you finish your exam, NEET PG, when you were coming back to your home, you must have remembered 5-6 mistakes that you did. And most of the students say, Ki, sir, I would have not done the same mistake on the other day. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I made that question wrong. And it's just a matter of 10 questions. So that this is where you have to work. So if you're thinking that your rank is 13,000 and why not 5,000, now you know it. It's not that your knowledge is different. It doesn't mean that 5,000 know rank 5,900 know a lot of things that rank 13,000 doesn't know, and he is way smarter than 13,000. No, the thing is he did his study, he did his revisions well. He avoided those 10 silly mistakes, and that is the reason he is there. So I have explained in my other videos also how you can avoid silly mistakes. But in one line, you have to revise effectively. You have to revise more, and you have to solve a lot of MCQs. So that to help you avoiding these silly mistakes. Now, when you come down, again the similar things. So if you are around rank 24,000, 25,000, and if you wish to break into this green category, it's not difficult. Now you will say that maybe I'm saying that it's easy for me to say that, okay, now my rank is 24,000. That doesn't mean that next time also I will get a better rank. But see, you have a base. Now you have proved in a previous NEET PG that you can score 24,000. So maybe you just need a one revision to again establish that base. And you have to work a little bit harder to get those extra 10, 20 questions right, which will push you into even a better position. Now, going further down, if you are between like 30,000 to 40,000, again you have to stick to your notes. I will say seriously for this group, don't do anything new. Don't buy anything new notes. That is the mistake most commonly these people do, and that is why even their rank gets bad in the next attempt, because what they think that their material is not enough, and the people who are in green, they are way smarter. No, this is the difference. This is how even a small number of questions is going to affect your rank. So don't change your material. Just stick to your material, revise well. In these 4 months, plan your revision well, solve a lot of MCQs, solve last 5 years, previous year questions, and work more. That is definitely going to help you. Now this group, the red one, see your rank, you definitely need to work a lot, because this is not a very good rank, and only out of 200, the minimum number of questions you got right was 90. So this group, I have to tell you that you have to work more on a rank building subject, because to get the best rank, you have to build your rank first. And to build your rank, you have to work on a rank building subjects. And which are rank building subjects? I have already told you the subjects which are of your first and second prof in my previous videos, which you can definitely refer to. Now, why I am again and again emphasizing on the same fact in my all videos, I always say read particularly this subject. See, the reason being, look at this picture. You must have seen this picture in my previous analysis. So in this picture, you can see that the questions which are the number which is in black, that is the number of questions that are expected from a subject, and in red are the subject the number of questions that you can solve from the knowledge of a particular subject. Now again, guys, whatever I have said it, wrote in red, these are the recall questions. So there can definitely be a recall bias. This is not something that I mean, wrote by myself. I have watched all the recall videos, and that is the number I came up with. There can be difference. There can be plus and minus. There will be few plus or minus questions, but the distribution is all the same. You can definitely follow these videos and you can compare. Also, these numbers in black, they are the NB official key is not there, neither question nor answer. So this black is my comparison from the 2019 NB release of the distribution of the marks. So I have taken that and converted into a 200 marks exam, and that is how I have prepared it. So definitely there can be some things, but there will be only minor changes, not major. So what I am trying to tell you here, so I call these green subjects as rank building subject. I call this black as rank maintaining subject, and these I call these as rank deciding subject. Okay. Now, if I tell you that if you add all of this, so it will become 137. So if you number of questions that you would be able to solve by the knowledge of this subject would be 137. If you ask me about your uh, NEET 2021 recall. Now, if we let's talk about this subject, the rank deciding subject. So if we add the rank deciding subject, 7 plus 5 plus 10 plus 7 plus 14 plus 8. So if I add this subject 7 plus 5 plus 10 plus 7 plus 14 plus 8 approximately, so 51 questions we can solve from the knowledge from the short subject, which are a rank deciding subject. So now when I add both 137 plus 1 plus 51, so if I add both around, see, the thing is there is always a overlap. So this total addition will be more than 200, but around 188 questions you would be able to solve with your knowledge from this subject and this subject. Now you'll say only 12 questions left, but see, the reason is whatever extra questions you are getting here, basically they're from your medicine, surgery, PSN, and OBGYN. There is always an overlap between anatomy, ortho, anatomy, radio, ortho, medicine, radio. So there's always a overlap. But what I'm saying, this is what teacher claim. These are the number of questions they have discussed. So you will be able to answer 188 questions from this knowledge. So that is why you have to concentrate more on this subject as compared to the large big four subject. Okay. So that's what I'm telling. Whenever you prioritize your revision or your reading for next 4 months, prioritize this subject first. Now coming back to this slide, if you I told you that rank your first subject 135 questions are going to be there. So if you work hard on this subject, so let's say you get 115 right, correct from 135. I know that's a like huge number, but tell me, if I would have like had I told you like in NEET 2021 there would be a person who would score 182 correct out of 200. Would you, I mean, that time uh, if I have told you the same thing, क्या आप मेरा भरोसा करते? नहीं. You wouldn't have believed me, right? That moment that someone would score 182 plus out of 200, you would say no, that's impossible. It's a NEET PG exam. If I had told you the same thing before the results, but now the results are out, there is a person who has got 182 plus correct out of 200. So that is possible. If that person can do it, why can't we? And I'm not telling you you have to get 182 out of 200. I'm telling you just in your first and second prof subject, which are relatively easy and more of a data based. So you have to work hard to get at least 100 to 115. That is how is going to build get that is what going to get you a better rank. So it was 137 actually, not 130. Thus, if you add all those, that was 137, not 135. So you have remaining 63 questions from the other group. So you're definitely going to get more than that. Even if you get 38 out of 63, right, your total will be 153. I'm just telling you ki how increasing your accuracy can help your rank. So if you get 153 correct, let's search in this chart. So 153 is here. So your rank will be somewhere between 5,957. So that is why you have to work on the subject, and definitely you can work on your rank maintaining and rank deciding subject, but your rank is going to get better, and difference is not much. If you can see that there are only few, like 8 to 10 mistakes done by the one person, that will cost you dearly, that will cost you a lot. So guys, that's what I wanted to tell you, that you are very close to your dream. Don't think that you cannot improve your rank or you cannot better your things. What toppers do, what I'm telling you is not a magic, and this is not any mantra to success, this is not a secret to success. This has been told to you by teachers over the last few years and by discussed by the toppers also. I'm just putting things into perspective and presenting analysis in front of you so you can correlate all things. What I used to do in my exam, what whenever I'm sure about the answer, so I will make this like, okay, I'm sure about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm sure of 5 questions. So at the end of exam, I will have this subset and I will just write about those questions which I am 100% correct. So at the end of exam, I know that I made 110 questions, I am 100% sure. Still I might get 5 wrong in that, but not more than 5, because of my preparation. And then remaining 90 questions, there will be few I will be 50% sure, and there will be something where I used my intelligent guessing. I ruled out a few options, I used the rule out technique. So this is what takes to build a good rank. It's not like magic, or it's not, there is nothing secret to it. You have to just prioritize what is important, and you have to give more time to that. So guys, this is what I wanted to help you with. So I hope it all helps you, and just don't give up. You are very close to your dream, and I wish you all success, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment. Take care.